Kelly is hoping to get as many of those rural votes as possible, as this race is in a dead heat right now. Let's take a look at the roads right now. Just wet, a light mist coming down every so often. We don't really have to use our wipers all too much. We're not seeing any slick spots so far. We drove around some back roads earlier. We stopped and started. There was not any sort of sliding going on, at least for us here in the Storm Patrol vehicle. That special session that's going to begin at 6:30 tonight, that's really catching our eye. The House is trying to answer the question, will they impeach the governor? This California police car is just sitting in the parking lot waiting to be taken out on patrol, but there's a reason why it's not racking up miles. The United States Postal Service is only walking up to your door today to drop off packages, so don't be surprised if you open up your mailbox to find nothing inside. He didn't come out until the very end just to, give his speech and mingle a little bit with people, talk to reporters, and then he left. So we didn't really see a whole lot of him, and I would expect him to probably follow suit today and not really show his face until the race is called or it's pretty clear that he will win or lose either way. This water main break has caused a little bit of trouble for people in the area, but a lot of headache here. You can see when I try to take a step, my feet just kind of sink into the ground. They've got ads in newspapers and PSAs on the TV you're watching right now, but now they want to get your attention while you're driving to help catch wanted criminals. Schieffer Dicker says all too many times he sees drivers on their phone while he's riding his own motorcycle. D'Angelo Bratton Bland was the president of the student government here on campus. His friends say he was always laughing and making jokes with anyone that would listen. That's why last night's news was so unexpected.
I was just in shock. I was really startled. I was speechless. I had nothing to say. How this just happened to my brother.
Lincoln University's collective heart is breaking again, this time for a campus student leader.
Shocking news, that's all.
D'Angelo Bratton Bland was a senior at Lincoln University, set to graduate in May, walking next to friends he's known since he set foot on campus.
Even though the sun is out, it feels like a gray cloud, but it's like he brought the sun out.
His friends Brandon Fleming and Jaslyn Logan are choosing to remember the smiles he brought to their faces,
going away with a fight contest
instead of the violence that ended his life.
The campus mostly feels sad. It's just really, we're losing a lot of great people.
Since August, 3 LU students have died.
But I think this one it's gonna take a toll, it's gonna take a toll on this campus like it's never been before.
For now, their one student body missing a vital piece.
We're losing good people. It hurts.
I'm outside of Sunrise Cantina, where investigators say Tom Rickey assaulted his ex-girlfriend. She walked right out these doors to her car, but when Rickey spotted her, he tried to run her off this road with his own kids in the car. Tom Rickey was out on bond for domestic assault that happened outside of Sunrise Cantina in early September. When police came looking for him, all they found was a defective GPS tracking device and not Rickey.
They had, in my understanding, is a very brief alert, but then it charged as normal, and they had no idea that this was not working right until they went to the address where he was supposed to be, and he wasn't there.
Police have tried to find him.
And he could be anywhere, and by this point in time, he could be out of the state of Missouri.
But they're focusing on a few specific areas.
We have reason to believe that he is in the Kansas City area hiding out. Where at exactly, we're not sure.
That's why they're asking for the public's help.
Getting this out in the information, the public seeing this, they see somebody they even remotely think it's him. It's a perfect example of it could be. Let's check, let's make sure if it's him. We've got him off the streets, we've got him in custody. Everybody's a little safer.
But they don't want your help making an arrest. Rickey is considered to be dangerous, so if you see him, call the police.
This is not something I would encourage people to go home and shutter their doors. We're just asking for help and awareness within the community.
The man is rewriting his future. He didn't want to show his face or use his real name. He's worried the past he has left behind will catch up with him. So we're calling him John Smith. We do want to warn you the tattoos you're going to see are offensive. They're written in ink, symbols of a different past. They needle at him.
The 14 stand for 14 words. We must secure the existence of our race and a future for white children. And the 88 is 88, the eighth letter of the alphabet, HH, Heil Hitler. Or anything can be taught. You buy into other people's propaganda.
John Smith says when he was younger, he fell in with the wrong crowd. That crowd is now long gone, but the memories are permanently a part of him.
It was left over from the old me, and I'd like to wash off all the old me, or at least a good portion of it.
He's lived with these tattoos for years.
Just bad thinking, bad choices. At the time I thought it all meant something, and it really didn't.
Now he has a new motivation.
I just want to be a good man.
His family.
I want to show my kids what's right. And well, just a different person. They give me a reason to go on. And give me a reason to be better. And that's what I'm going to do. Be better.
So we took up these artists on their offer at Macon's Beauty and Pain Tattoo.
I honestly felt ashamed that we weren't already. Why didn't we come up with this sooner?
Cover-ups to anyone with an offensive tattoo for free.
We don't want to talk about or judge the past. We just want to go from that day and move forward.
If you have a platform to use and you have a way of making a positive change in other people's lives or a community as a whole, why should you feel that you need to get paid to do so?
Now John is free of some of the hate he's worn for decades.
One thing about taking them off me is I don't have to explain myself anymore.
He's writing a new chapter in ink. Proof symbols of hatred are not permanent.
I see myself, I've just progressed forward, never backwards. I see it as a better me, new and improved.
Smith has more tattoos all over his body he wants to work on covering up. He says it's going to be a process, but is ready for the change.